Hello everyone and welcome back to ESL Pro League. We are finally sliding into our second matchup of the day. It'll be Big Clan facing off against Fnatic. Ben, Fnatic, they debuted with their new roster obviously with Brolin and Twist. They looked quite good yesterday, but a much harder opponent they were facing off against, so you couldn't really get the true story.
Yeah, and they have just come out of a game on the A stream as well, which you could see during the break. It was a 22-20 loss the first map, which is quite rough. You know, Na'Vi, they're known for playing quite long games, like late impact rounds. Even the second one, Fnatic did lose as well. This in regulation, so they're already coming into this day 1 point from available 6. Big on the other hand, 5 points from available 6. So ultimately, this is a must-win for Fnatic. That's 100%. And Big on the other hand, they're coming out of it with wins, right? So confidence is all really high on one side, quite low on the other. Yeah,
it's definitely a contrast between the two sides, and for Big, hopefully they can carry on with that mindset they had. Everything was looking pretty effective, obviously, as a unit, looked quite well oiled. For Fnatic, though, you wonder if they're sort of going to have their headspace straight in it. They've had a little bit of downtime, obviously a small break in between, but really jumping straight back into another best of 2 could be a bit of an awkward affair for them. If they go down early on, Big might be able to run away with the series.
Yeah, it's one of the things we saw a bit from Mousespot, I suppose, to an extent, right? You know, the first map they ended up losing in overtime. The second one, they fell a bit flat, right? And Fnatic, it seems like they did the same thing against Na'Vi. Like the first map, I looked at the stats. Every player in Fnatic had about 25 plus kills to about 32. So it was a really nice all-around performance from the team. However, getting nothing out of it other than that point, they've got to be thinking like, well, what's the point, right? You know, you can tell the odds were there. Big being the favourites, as well as recent form just on the day, it makes a lot of sense. However, the previous matchup, first map will be Train. They played at Cologne. Obviously, this is a different lineup for Fnatic. Obviously, Twist and Brolin were not there. It was a very one-sided affair in favour of Fnatic. JW on 33 kills with 156 ADR. A 16-4 win for Fnatic. So, if you look at the previous result, you're starting to think, oh, maybe Fnatic got it. However, the odds tell you otherwise.
Yeah, the odds very, very different there. And Big, I mean, they've been looking quite scary, and it feels like everything's going nicely for them. Obviously, off the back of the wins they had, walking away with 5 points out of the available 6 in the previous series. If they can carry on with that level of confidence, I think they could definitely come in here and lock it down, as we're almost ready to kick this one off. The map is going to be Train. Big over on the T side to start us off here, and Fnatic will be your CTs. Big, they were looking damn tasty on Train earlier.
And Fnatic had the complete contrast, didn't they? Last night, we watched them against Astralis. Astralis, well, Device particularly, ran over them.
It was the Device show, Ben.
Yeah, so hopefully a bit of different play from them today. We did see a lot of positive, like, shining lights from Brolin, didn't we? He was quite a strong player on that B site, getting kills when needed. But on the other side of things, there wasn't really much else coming from the actual team. So a particularly slow round here from Big on the pistol, 2 players with grenades. God B getting ready to do 1 smoke. Tizian, I imagine he'll be faking towards B with his as well. So 1 smoke. I believe that's the Z smoke that God B will be lining up. Possibly the one that actually lands in B from Pop Dog, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there we go. So that lands towards Z. It is going to be a B play. And here comes the execute.
Ooh, founding their way down. First contact is found. JW trying to get the early frag down, but there's just so many of them. Their sheer numbers is overwhelming, that CT side defense. Crims from the elevated angle, whiffing hard with the USP. Just small tags, no real frags coming through. He will be slumped out by Nex, who carries on his reign of terror, finding himself 2 kills into the round this far. Brolin as well, very low. Does get the headshot off, but surely this round's over. It is only the IGL that remains, and he will not be thinking anymore.
Yeah, Nex with a really nice start. I mentioned this yesterday. Remember, the first game, first round of the day, in fact. He got 3 kills on the pistol, and he actually did run with it. 4 kills this time. It's a really good start for them, and Fnatic, as you said, they didn't really have much of a break between the game that they just played and now.
No.
So I can't imagine the, you know, motivation, or at least like the environment is very positive right now. So you got Mach 10 from Tizian, and it looks like they're going aggressive towards Ali. Thankfully, he's playing a defensive position. Brolin's going to throw the flash out for them. That'll come through. Tizian, he's far enough back that he won't really be affected by this. The only investment from the CTs was that flashbang and a P250 on Twist. Twist yesterday was actually quite prominent with that P250, remember. He was getting quite a few kills where it was up Pop Dog or on the other parts of the map. So we did see Big run into stacks quite often on Inferno. It looks like we could see something similar again here.
Okay, Smooya up top. AK in hand. Can he pop some heads off as he bobs him? He slowly extends through, going to be able to clear his way out into the angles. Gets one, but Crims will trade it back with the USP. Crims, Ben! Tasty stuff. Gets the double kill before Nex will be able to punish him and his co-workers. Brolin with the USP, still fighting through. And Fnatic actually looking quite effective into this round. They're keeping it close.
The weird bit is, I mentioned the Mach 10 quite early on in this round. And I was going to say, it's still winnable there. You know, Twist, I said he was quite good with the P250.
Yeah.
But ultimately, when you have a Mach 10 in your team, usually you send them in first, don't you? Instead, all of the AKs were going first. They were just getting whacked from so many different angles. And it's so hard to deal with it when you run into a stacked bomb site like that. So if Fnatic win this round, they're in a good position to actually take the one after that as well. Because there's no money left on Big. Full M4s for everyone across the board on Fnatic. No M4A1S this game on the opposing side. Godby trying to bait if there is a player close towards ladder. So Brolan, they've actually switched it up a bit. I believe Brolan was playing B yesterday, was he not? Yeah, he was, 100% he was, because JW was supporting him. So they've changed positions since yesterday. That's quite unusual.
So things definitely weren't working well for them that much. They've had to actually adjust the map around them. And Crims, oh,
brilliant.
That's such a shame. Gets him down to 6 HP before he's killed by Tabs. And a follow-up frag comes through as well from Godby. Finds the headshot there on JW. Exists with the flick up. Annihilates next. Oh, Smooya will get the kill, but it's only 2 versus 4 now into the site. They're miles away.
Fully shoves Brolin away, and that's going to be a save.
Yeah, that's got to be it. Just back off, keep yourself alive.
So Crims, really unfortunate on that B side there, wasn't he? He got the first bullets down and everything, a bullet away from getting the kill on Stabson, but the flash came in at such a nice time. They perfectly executed right there from Big. 4 players stay alive by the looks of things. Assuming Godby does stay alive, but in fact he doesn't. He loses the gunfight to Brolan. I was going to say, it's going to be a hard save for him to actually get. There's no bullets left in that M4 other than 3. Tabson, he's walking up. I think he will get the drop on Brolan here. Misses! Okay, so I was praising that T round from them, but only 1 survives.
Yeah, that is quite rough. That is going to be the entire T-side team that has to rebuy here. Because they have to pump all their money back into this one, and they don't really have a lot of money either. That is the downside. I mean, Tabson's on 3k, Godby on 5k, as they do start to reinvest. 2 Mat 10s, Ben.
You can tell Fnatic know that is the case, though. You know, they've spent quite a bit of money into this round. They know if we win this, we will force them onto an eco, at least a force buy. And if you're playing against Big, though, you know they're not going to force buy into rounds very often, because they really like the idea of having as many grenades as they can. So the smoke's coming outside, flashes as well. They're fully out. The issue is they're running into a lot of close angles. Oh, couldn't find an opponent.
Oh, Godby with the double kill. Twist going to find a headshot. Tabson sees him as well. The Mach 10 starts to overthrow. Smooya, it's an easy frag for him, so at least it's a 3 versus 1. Crims unlikely to get too much going for himself here. With 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock, does start to retreat. It is only the scout investment, so if he wants to try and get a bit aggro, he could. But in reality, I mean, this should be a 4th round now picked up for Big. On the T side, off to a strong start.
Yeah, strong start, but you could argue scrappy to an extent, couldn't you? You know, they haven't had very many clean rounds. Crim's looking to make some more damage because he knows I'll be able to buy next round regardless. Another tag on Godby. Peak from Team A. Smooya, I was going to say he's healthy, but scout headshot, that's a 1-shot kill regardless. He nearly lands that shot on Godby as well. Ultimately, I think Crims might die though. Yeah. So they take 3 players' guns out, despite not fully buying into it. You know, right now, Fnatic's buy, you could argue, is equal to what Big have, despite being at such a deficit in terms of rounds. And they've gone for a double AWP as well. We saw Twist pick it up quite often yesterday, but he wasn't really impactful, I guess is the best way of looking at it. You know, he was getting some kills here and there, but it wasn't changing the round outcome. There we go, that's a really nice nade that time from Tabson. Landed right on Exist. And Smooya gets the opening kill towards Ali as well. So just as I mentioned, Twist's AWP wasn't exactly fantastic yesterday. They try and be proactive, you know, there's plays being made across the board from Fnatic. Instead of just, you know, dedicating towards one play on one side of the map, They make something happen everywhere, and you know they're failing at each time. 2v5 exists. He's already damaged earlier on and gets taken out. JW lost alive in Z. With it all to do.
Oh. Okay, he gets one cheeky shot at least, Ben, but he is probably just going to have to save it. He's been detected as well. 20 HP going to be stripped off him. Oh, JW trying to fire off these warning shots, but it's not going well for him. Eventually does get that kill, but this is so awkward. And Big fully committed. They do not want him saving that orb. It's a bold decision, obviously, just hoping they're not going to push through if you flash it. Fair play to him, took a gamble.
Kind of hoping that flash acts as a wall.
The flashbang wall.
Yeah. Obviously, the other name for the thing used at events in between stage. The flashbang wall.
Got to block off that vision.
Yeah, so Fnatic, they fully hit. Just thinking about it, actually, so since that economic change, we've not seen many teams actually winning. Like, we saw quite a bit yesterday, teams taking a big lead. Yeah. But it was never like a 7 or 8-0 other than that Space Soldiers game, I think it was.
I've not seen a wide lead in a while. Like,
there's always been
crazy.
one round dropped on one of the sides, hasn't it?
Because reset rounds seem more common now because you have cash quicker. Obviously, you know, the reason why reset rounds occur normally is once one team actually gets a full buyout. And being able to get a full buyout 1 round earlier...
It changes things. Crim's back with the scary. Already has 1 kill here. I'm wondering how quickly can JW get into position to have a big impact on this one. Because Tizian, he's playing a close angle to his team main. He smoked off ladder. I was going to say, if JW peeks that angle properly, he'll be able to get the drop on Tizian here. But the timing might actually be in favour of JW, depending on this peak. Unfortunately, Tizian, he knew something was up. Peeks it properly, 6-0. Big are finally getting money on the board there. You know, considering they're 6-0, your most money is on Tizian right now. He'll go down to about 5k, 4,900. And ultimately, it does mean they will have money next round regardless if they do lose. But if you're a Fnatic fan, you're hoping they get something done this round, because the first thing that started off last time they had a buy, they lost players left, right, and centre. I'm wondering how much do we put into in terms of this positional change that Fnatic made, right? Because Berlin wasn't actually an issue at B, if I'm honest, yesterday. But clearly there was something up. They felt like they needed to change something. It just shows that the team is still experimenting. Like they haven't got this set in stone yet. Another nade coming in from Godby, I think. Got it pulled. Oh. Berlin's not even seen an enemy yet. If they were to Molotov the exit and drop down as soon as that smoke goes, it could be really bad for him. Is that what Godby's lining up for? Oh no, he's lining up for the Z smoke. Correct. I remember there was a smoke on the old CSS version of Train from the staircase if you go towards Ivy. You used to land into B from there. It was a run, jump, throw smoke, which was unknown on CSS.
Outrageous.
Yeah. But look how far back Brolin's actually had to pull back. He's so low, he's actually gone heaven. That's how afraid he is right now. The execute outside is coming in. He might get the drop off onto the players with sandwich, which he does. He wins that firefight.
Tidy first kills. Brolin will eliminate Tabson. Twist. Oh, he can deny the plant, which he will. Finds the kill. Brolin as well going to be doubling down. And this is the first round Fnatic going to be able to pick up. And it is a very, very clean one. Clinical stuff. As they do not lose a single man on the side of Fnatic. Pretty good round.
Surprising, though, isn't it? Considering, I was mentioning Brolin, he got peppered by those grenades.
Yeah.
Somehow he gets a 3k. He seems to be one of the very comfortable players on Train for Fnatic. Even the game they lost yesterday, he still had 15 kills. So this is, I don't think Big have bought correctly here. So Smooth's got an AWP. Godby still has 5,000. Tizian still has 5,000. And then there's just Glocks on Tabson and Nex. So I think Smooth has bought when he shouldn't have. Based on what we can assume here. Bit of a weird one. But it means they have to rely on him, really, don't they? They have to hope he gets the entry goal. Not a good start with Nex taking hit there, and that nade
the nade
there. Unfortunately, he's not.
Look how low they are, though. They have to go through the fire, Ben. They should die here. I mean, there's a backstab, but Crims flicking around like a monster. He'll be able to find two of them. Smoothie gets one kill with the AWP, but that's it. And that's a waste of an AWP now, because he'll have to repeat, he'll die. It seems like we've seen it a couple of times now, where
he still isn't.
He's not buying with the team, and yeah.
You'd think when you're with an IGL like God B, you'd still be. He would really want everybody to listen to him. Like this is obviously we don't know exactly what's been said on their side, right?
Could have been a call, but didn't seem like
a weird one.
Yeah,
if it is, and this is. I like this buy though, because God B and Tizzing, they had excess cash. They can go for AK armor. It's the classic, like a CAS sort of thing, isn't it? Where you see somebody has money for it, they'll get AK armor. If he dies trying to go for a pick, you take it up, try it yourself, and so on. This push by Crims is quite big though.
Oh.
JW actually, there's a spare molly on the floor.
Yeah, it's been rolled over to him. He's going to find that kill on Tabson. But they're all backing off. They've actually got two players out towards Ivy as well, but Exist going to Molotov it. Causes them to have to push through. Smoothie gets one frag with the Deagle, can grab the gun, misses it, but goes back to adjust. Twist, oh, he could single-handedly cut off this round here.
Oh, he was trying to wait for the player to check it, but Nex still checked it. That's quite bizarre. Like, you could see the play in mind, right?
Yeah, let them both pass, triggered us a bit.
That's what Twist was hoping to get. Unfortunately, didn't go his way. So, technically, Fnatic, they survived with 2 alive there. It's not quite as clean as you'd like. But nonetheless, it's a round on the board. They need to keep pushing for it. So now this should... I was going to say this should be a real pause out big, but it looks like they're going to take a tactical. Perhaps to try and slow it down a bit, because the rounds have been ending pretty quick when you compare it to the way that Big won their rounds as well. I do wonder though if like Smooth just isn't listening at times. It doesn't feel like it, does it?
I mean, it feels like that's now like the 3rd or 4th time we've seen him buy when they haven't bought.
Yeah, it's weird though, isn't it? Like he would, like one of those things that you don't need to be skilled to do in some like the part like sections of the game is be able to listen to your IGL when they like call to buy or something. But instead, yeah, he just that eager to get into the game or something. He sees he has enough money to get an AWP, he just gets it.
Look out for a pick!
Like, I guess that's what you could assume, right?
Yeah.
So the E-Box and Sandwich Smoke come in from Big. Twist actually decides to re-smoke that. That's an interesting one. Good nades will be able to do too much, but did some nonetheless. Tabson and Twist is about to headbutt. Oh, actually wins that one. So it was a really good trade, and I was going to say, did they actually get the kill on Exist there? They do. Crims now arriving from the B-bomb side, comes into the site, takes one down, 3v3. This is a really dodgy position for Crims.
Crims going to find the flick shot, takes down 2 men very effectively, and Nex in the 1-on-2. Plays by the bomb train, going to be able to slip his way up. The bomb is down in an awkward location though. Not easily recoverable. And Crims on a smart angle. If he just holds here, if Nex peeks in, he might be able to find that frag. Playing on top of the train. Eager for the push though, Ben. Hungry, wanting him to feed him more frags. And he will find it. Can save the AK as well. And Fnatic now pick up 4 rounds. Nex getting shot up as well, Ben. Fnatic feeling confident maybe now.
Well, if you remember, we mentioned the Mouse Sports Big game before.
Yeah.
When Chris J did tweet about it, Crims did reply as well.
Crims had some very strong words.
Yeah, I was going to say, we can't quote it because they delete the tweet as well.
Yeah.
But it was very aggressive towards Smooya.
Let's just say the general consensus from a lot of pros is negative.
By the looks thing, it seems to be like it's like a bad game on Steam, right?
Yeah.
Overwhelmingly negative reviews on that one.
Thumbs down.
A lot of thumbs down in this case. Crim's going to be tested out. I was going to say, if that was an age, if he molted the usual spot there, he's actually going to get a lot of kills, but there's just damage being done.
Ooh. He tags a couple of players up, but no real frags coming through apart from the one pick on Gobi. Next, though, Tasty gets into position. Oh, keeps it going. This is glorious as he's slaying them all. And it is only Exist that remains. The IGL trying to prove he's got a little bit of bronze as well. The biceps coming out to play. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
This is winnable. He's actually forced Next to reposition.
He's going to get the whole way up through pop.
He's having to use all of his grenades on that one spot there.
Doesn't have much time either. Does have a kit. Needs to go now. Oh, he's
so paranoid, isn't he? Next should be able to get the 5-man hit guaranteed, even if he kills him there. There we go, 5-man for Next. So he got 4 kills on the pistol, 5-man there. He's already on 14 kills. It seems to be very clear cut. If he does start well, he carries on really strong. Very out of left field round to win though, big there, wasn't it? Like, I guess Crims, if he'd Molotov the usual spot that he normally does, because he normally mollies that cross the site, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He probably would have stopped that round being so crazy, but instead, he missed all the shots on the spray, only got the 1 kill, and I suppose Next ran with it to some extent. So the tactical pulse from Big. Not too surprising, I guess. It was a bit of a weird round to win, because you have to be thinking now, what's the Fnatic money like? I can't imagine it's too strong. Like, nade-wise, I don't think there'd be much investment or available. Right? And obviously, Big won 7 rounds already. If they win this one, you're probably looking at a 10-5 half, if not 11-4. God B's actually got the up here. I think he had a B spawn, so he's actually going towards it. He's going straight down ladder. This is unorthodox. That's a deadly gap in the smokes. Oh, if he was peeking back towards Pop. Oh! Through the corner of the box. That's a really big kill to find. Twist has actually pushed all the way towards Ali as well, though. If Tabson gets a drop here, he should be free. Yeah, easy kill. Thing is, this round is not over just yet. If Twist is able to get multi-kills here, it changes everything.
Swarming their way out. The backstab going to come in from Twist. Got B. Adjust and finds the frag with the AWP. And it's Crims and JW that remain now on the side of Fnatic. The retake looking unlikely as their chance starts to slip away. Crims will get 1 kill, however. JW, did he not spot him? Oh, goes back. Someone else's man right behind him. Oh, Smooya. Oh, I thought he was going to try and do something cheeky.
I was thinking it was a nice one card there. Crims gets 1 kill on the retake. It's 1v3 though. He's got no kit. He's just going to grab the AWP and try and get out of there. Godby misses the shot, so he will actually exit with this. But you can see Smooya is on the hunt. He wants to turn that review into a good review. Yeah,
he wants to delete that review. Steam moderator, Smooya here.
But unfortunately, he will not actually push too hard for it. Keeps his AK. That gap is so... Like, it's a left-hand peek for Exist as well. Into the right hand of God B there. Very good call to actually have him keep the AWP there, the looks things. Obviously, he'll pass it back across now. Smokes towards outside, some flashes being thrown as well. The same 2 smokes being used, but Twist is actually pushed into it. He's beyond that sandwich smoke and he's playing in between. So Gobby's re-executing towards outside. They're trying to let Nex get some info out here. I think the real question is, they need to find out where the AWP is on the map, right? They know they saved that. Like, JW is not trying to force an issue is the issue here. The execute come in. JW is going to be here in time as well. This is going to be rough.
Next, getting the 1 kill. Ooh, Tizian as well. Annihilates Crims. Exists the only one that's actually been able to respond so far, but it's not looking too fantastic, especially when God B is in the elevated angle and assassinating them 1 by 1. Brolan and Twist really just stranded at this point then. Smooya finds the frag as well, takes down Brolan. It's going to go 9-4. And Big. This is only on their T side, remember, as well. Their CT half looked even more outrageous because they have the ability to bring out the double AWP setup. You can have 1 on Tabson, 1 on Smooya. As of right now, though, they do have a double AWP setup in play on their T side. God B. Wonder if he'll hold on to that.
It's an interesting choice. That's one way of doing things, I suppose. But we did see Big actually have 3 AWPs at one point on Dust 2.
Yes, that's true.
So I suppose they've players that are capable. I suppose is one way of looking at it, right?
They don't mind it. Yeah, it's not really a disadvantage. The only problem with it is most T-side most T-side, you know, halves, it's not really worth having that double AWP. It doesn't really give you as much of an edge as it does if you're holding an angle. There's only so much you can do with it. And let's see what they actually opt to do with both of them now.
JW picking up a Mag 7 basically guarantees he has to play close T main. And coincidentally, it's quite an aggressive play towards, you know, outside. Tabson's already out here. Does Twist actually expect it is the question. He's quite wary that's happening, but Tabson, if he gets a drop on this, he gets this free kill. In fact, the death cam might be different, yeah. Depending on where the death cam went, it changes everything.
They might not know.
He's right next to Exist!
Oh! Oh! Tabson! The two-piece!
Oh, that's so awkward.
Oh my god.
I think JW with the Mark 7, he's not had anything to do. Nobody's on ladder.
He's just accepted it. He's just waiting it, you know, hoping someone will eventually come towards him. You
hate when that happens, though, don't you? You've bought a weapon which you know can only work in a certain situation now. God be of all people landing a shot like that. It's unreal. Yeah, like you buy a weapon for a certain instance and you know it only works in that situation, then nobody can. The hunt will be out for Crimson. Tism does take that down. So I did say if Big Wave was to turn that round over, we're probably looking at a 10-5, if not 11-4.
Yeah.
We're looking at an 11-4 here, really, because Fnatic, look at the guns they're having to whip out. We've not seen many MP5s in the last day, thinking about it. We've not. The MP9, the MP5 purchases have definitely slowed down. I think it's because we've seen Big a lot, though, isn't it? That is true. And they're not really a side that uses it. Buys an MP7. And that's the only time we've seen them. It's because they don't force buy as well. You know, when they have thought about going SMGs, it's usually because how strong a UMP is or MP9. Instead, we're seeing two XM 1014s. The auto shotty. Yeah. Crims and Exist. Crims using it towards B. Exist in ladder. So you're trying to force the issue. The only way you can use those shotguns is pretty much close range. You can see the head, and that guarantees there's going to be a flash push. I'm surprised Smooth is re-peeking that. Oh! They still know there's a player close though. They did flash in. That's the worst kind of death animation. Not able to get anything done. JW last man alive. He's in fire. Not able to get anything. 11-4. I feel like that's just carrying on from map 2 of both the A stream and the B stream, really. You know, Big, they looked really dominant that second map. Fnatic, not as, you know, I'm trying to think what's the best way of looking at it. Like, not really there, I guess, right? Yeah, just kind of playing really for the sake of it, not seeming like they're right in their headspace or what's going on. I mean, Big are just able to manhandle them in the majority of these rounds, and the scary factor is that was T-side, obviously now going to be on the CT half. We've already seen the double up setup coming out. It's only more effective on the CT side then. The pistol round can mean a lot as well. That's true. If Big were able to stick the pistol round, we're arguably looking at 13-4 already. And that was the issue we saw yesterday, wasn't it? If you remember Astralis. Yeah. I believe it might have been 11-4 to half in that game as well. And because of that, you know, Big were, they actually forced into it because they were like, we need to get the comeback going instantly, otherwise we're probably going to lose anyway. So Fnatic, they need to have something amazing come out of the playbook if they have a chance here. Exist as the IGL, I believe. Should have quite a playbook available to him if you think about it. You know, you add the Fnatic one to what he had with NIP. There should be quite a lot of variety there. I always thought it was a weird pickup. Exist? Yeah. Yeah, I think most people did. Yeah. Yeah. I still don't know what to think. Like, it's like thinking about, I think it was the first event that he was back with Fnatic. He's always been known for having quite a lackluster veto. Don't even remind me. I know what you're going to go into. Yeah. Thorin's one of the people who's mentioned that a lot as well. He's always been pretty poor when it comes to his veto capabilities. Well, these guys are sick on Dust 2. What's the map exist? Dust 2? I thought we could have the edge on it. Yeah. I thought we might win. Right, don't play Inferno. What are we playing? Inferno.
Obviously.
They lost on it this one time.
Yeah.
It was 16-14.
It was a different lineup exist.
Well,
Yeah.
We've got the prep, guys, don't worry. Looks like it's just going to be a B burst of some kind. 2 players. Actually, this might be straight through the lower smoke instead. Yeah, that's the plan. Straight through the lower smoke. It's an A split. Gobby's ready for that, though. Look at this.
Ooh.
They're ready to fight close range. But they've lost a player outside. It's just Smooya left on the extra side.
Luckily enough, Big Smoo is landing shots, but it's only the one shot before he goes down. It's a 2 versus 3, however, in favor of Big Clan, and Next is still popping off, continuing on that pistol prowess from the previous one. Crims should surely fall, which he will. Next will wrap that one up in a neat little present. That is 3 kills for him once again on the pistols.
It was the same as the first game yesterday, wasn't it? He got 3 kills on the pistol that time, then 4. This time 4, then 3. So, a very prominent pistol player when he has the confidence, I think it is, right? If that, maybe that's why you just need to constantly instill confidence in him as a player. Like, if he gets the 3k, you know, pump him up. Because apparently he's able to.
Yeah.
Like, he's got the aim to back it up. He just goes into those very like low lows, very high highs. Oh, that nade.
Ooh. Shots coming in. Very quick round there. Feeding him through the meat grinder, really, just trying to get that one over with straight away.
And the buy will come through. 5 AKs. Not many grenades, though.
It feels like if they win this round, Ben, this could be quite a quick series.
Yeah, it feels very one-sided, doesn't it? The question mark, though, would be map 2, right? Overpass. I'm not too sure how big actually are on that map. I know Smooya loves it. Yeah. But I've not seen too much of them. But it's not over just yet. Fnatic do still have a chance. However, that's been taken away from him by Tizia. Should be the trade. It was quite a lot of damage, though. Yeah,
Next survives at 19 HP, but at the very least he survives. And I mean, that's the important factor, right? He can fall back and stay alive. They won't really know how much damage they've done to him. Oh, Twist gets that kill on Smooya. That is quite a juicy one. Crims with a nade. Could get the kill. Ooh, transfers a bit of damage on towards Tabson. Didn't land close enough. Goes for the re-aggression.
Should be a trade for that.
Yeah, they did not expect it.
I suppose Godby not falling for the initial, I'll try and force the trade. I know it should have happened, but I feel like Godby gets the kill there.
Ooh.
Really nice peek. Just Twist left, though. 1v2, he's already got a kill into this round. Very doable. Some very distant music.
Yeah, enjoying the distant music. It's like when you're at a party.
Is where it's based, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
When you're at the bathroom in the party.
Yeah, you can hear the music echoing through the room, Ben. Do you ever feel like a firework? As the push is going to come out, smoke's going to go down. Twist.
You won't know both players are there.
No, quite low as well though. He has been brought down to 71, so.
Godby will probably push out for him after a certain amount of time.
Godby could grab that M4. If they're going to push together here, so at least he had the better firearm, considering he has more HP.
Twist actually did pick up another smoke, though. I'm not too sure if he knows that he did get another smoke. Godby's actually going to coincidentally push out just as the plant goes down. So Next should probably just stay in, or at least cover that one side, which he is doing there. He does land the dink as well.
That's huge. Godby, he can just run in that corner and just hold mouse one. Oh! Slowly crouched up. Oh, tries to get the shot off. 1v1, Twist wins the round.
Thanks to that kill he got on Godby, though. Godby, I think he was trying to smoke the bomb or something. He didn't have his gun out, did he?
It seemed like it. If he would have just ran in there,
he should know that the thing's come out. He was close enough to hear it.
Yeah, he could have killed him.
Pause does come through tactical from Fnatic. This was, actually, when you're 1v3, this cash is still pretty much going to be the same, especially with the loss bonus that was guaranteed, even if you did lose it.
So I mean, you kind of have to just talk about things, be like, what do we even do with this now?
Yeah, because Big are going to still have a buy. That second round that they did win, they kept all the guns from it, and they did get some kills along the way. So they're going to be able to buy regardless. But as I said, they need to talk about what they want to do from it, because they can't just simply go into another default, because you don't know if Big will actually go with something wild. You can see an AWP being dropped there on the Big side. So that guarantees either Tabson or Smooya will have that. It's looking like Smooya in this case. And I imagine Next will go M4 Kevlar as soon as he decides to leave spawn. There we go, finally leave spawn. So you see the buy in Fnatic, they've got to play with a Deagle, 2 UMPs and 2 AKs. It's just not ideal at all, considering they are the ones who won the round. They're going towards Tizian though, and he's the only player, or was the only player who had no grenades left. Well, he's not even peeking the angle where you can see the actual feet. Gets spotted, does need to pull back. If this BX suit comes in, he's going to have to win the firefights by a big margin. But look at the gamble. 3 players in the B site, they're ready to fight.
Oh, Tabson gets the first kill on Twist. Tizian as well with the adjustment, going to take down Brolin. Crims will actually kill himself.
Wow. And that's probably the worst thing you can expect out of a round after you've won it.
Yeah.
Straight into a B take. And Big have, called your bluff on that. Tizian must have been saying, I have 0 grenades. If they come B, I've probably lost it. The arrival of 2 teammates saves the day. Fnatic now forcing into it. They know there's not much we can do now. If they lose this one, it's probably game.
It's probably a tilter for Crims as well.
Yeah, I imagine he's ran into fire, or his own molly, by the looks of things. After running through like a smoke blind, maybe. Very awkward. Just 4 deals in there. Bit of damage on the God B at the very least, but damage isn't going to win you the round.
Oh.
Although the kill on him might.
There is another player there, and it is going to be Smooya. Smooya peeks into it with the slow base. The Deagle could kill him, but he gets that first shot off. Re-aggresses for some more as well.
Crims is out towards in between though. He can get the drop on 2 different players here, although Smooya, he was open towards this angle.
So Exist has backed off, Ben, but Exist has 2 HP into this round.
Timing.
Tizian with a headshot on Brolin. Oh, it's only Crims and Exist that remain. They're both very, very low. Exist worse for wear than his teammate, but do they have
If he peeks that corner, next gets him though, isn't it? Like, that's the issue.
Yeah, he's got it on lockdown. Crims can't really do too much. As soon as he extends out...
Feet will show.
Yeah.
And Exist, as you mentioned, he's 2 HP. Big ask.
Overkill on that one from Smooya.
10 match points to play with for Big. And because of the money situation, Fnatic, it's not looking great. You've got to be thinking this is an easy win for Big on this first map of this series.
I can only assume so, yeah. Like
they've looked really good, to be fair to them.
Having a good day of games today.
Whereas Fnatic, it's very similar to that Astralis game. Nothing really there, just a fast rush outside. Just get it over with by the sounds of it.
That's what it appears to be shaping up like. I mean, they're just bursting in towards the site. It's heavily favoured to the CTs, Ben, as they hold their angles. Majority of frags going to come through. 1:30 on the clock, but no real chance to do anything. Exist, the last man left alive, but he won't be existing for long, as now he is extinct.
Extinct.
Yeah, there you have it. Big. They win that one, Ben. That is another 3 points instantly wired into their standings account.
Yep, some interest in that one.
Well, hopefully, if they can win the next map. As we are not done yet, obviously Overpass will be coming up next. What are you thinking for Fnatic after that?
Well, I mentioned the possibility of the momentum carrying from the previous series, didn't I? And yesterday it didn't. Right, we saw Big yesterday, they stomped NIP on that first map, or second map, sorry. Then they went on to Inferno and lost heavily. Space Soldiers. Completely different today. They've actually carried that momentum on, even with a longer break, because they had like a good, what, 30 minutes between
yeah, there's a lot of downtime.
Whereas Fnatic, they came straight from a loss. And now they've just been stomped harder than they were in that previous match. And they're looking at a potential 1 point from 12 here. If they lose this next one, it's going to be really bad. Yeah,
boots to asses, Ben. That's what just went down there. And there is still more to come. Overpass will be our second map in the series between Big and Fnatic. We're going to find out how that one goes down after the break. For the meantime, enjoy the replays, and we'll see you there.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Vodafone, The Road to Odense, Betway, MSI, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew League, and ESCA.